All right, welcome again. Welcome to a new class. To be exact, welcome to class number 189. 189 classes. Well, so far, up to now, hasta ahora, so far, we have completed 188 classes. We have 7 classes left. Only 7 classes left. I can't wait. Me hace una ilusión terminar esto. Se dice en inglés, I can't wait. I can't wait. Cuando la ilusión es, que llegue el día ya, I can't wait. Decimos, no puedo esperar. Psicológicamente, I can't wait to finish this program because it's a lot of classes. But I'm still enjoying it. I'm still having a good time. I'm still having fun because I like to teach. Teaching is a noble profession. It's not a very lucrative profession usually, but it's certainly an interesting and enjoyable profession, teaching, if you make an effort to do the best you can. And really, I think probably every profession and every activity is enjoyable if you try to do the best you can. It becomes more attractive. Many things become more attractive if you try to do them well. Okay? So, I try to teach well, and I'm sure my colleagues here try to teach well too. We're doing the best we can. Now it's your responsibility to do the best you can. And I guarantee you, if you truly do the best you can, you will reach a good level of English. I have never seen anybody in my life who made the best effort possible who didn't reach a good level of English. The thousands of people I have met who didn't reach a good level of English, it's because they didn't make the best effort they could. They didn't do the best they could. It's very simple. If you do the best you can, lo mejor que tienes dentro, si lo sacas, inviertes todo lo que puedas en esto, llegarás a buen puerto. Os lo garantizo. Llegaréis a buen puerto. But you have to do your best. You have to do your best. There's no option. There's no alternative option here. You have to do the best you can. Okay, let's go to camera number 1 and review class number 188, please. Okay, all day, todo el día. Voy a estar aquí todo el día. I'm going to be here all day. Dos palabras, all day, all day. Okay? And you remember Noah, el pobre Noé, y su arca? You remember Noah and the ark? Yeah. God said, Noah? Said, yes, you need to build an ark. Why? Because it's going to rain. Really? Well, I don't mind the rain. I have an umbrella. And he said, Noah, excuse me, it's going to rain for 40 days and 40 nights. And he said, really? Wow, 40 days and 40 nights, rain. And you need to build an ark. And I want you to put a male and female of every organic creature, every animal on this planet onto the ark. And he says, oh, wow, it's a lot of animals. Who's going to clean the bottom of the ark? Noah, don't be funny. Now, and so Noah built the ark. And then when God saw that the ark was finished, he said, and it started raining. And it rained all day. The first day, it rained all day. Okay? And the people around the ark were laughing, and Noah said, what's this ship for? Why this big ship, this big ark? And Noah and his wife and his children and their husband, their spouses, sus cónyuges, were looking over the edge of the ark at the people and saying, because it's going to rain. And the people said, oh, sure, yeah. And it started raining. And the first day, it rained all day. And the people in the village near the ark said, well, my God, it's raining. Noah said it was going to rain, and it's raining. All day. But Noah said it was going to rain for 40 days and 40 nights. He's crazy. But then, after the first day, it continued raining, and it rained all night. So it rained for 24 hours. It rained all day, and it rained all night. And the people in the communities around Noah and his ark said, my God, it's raining a lot, but surely it's going to stop. On the second day, it rained all day. And the people were saying, this is strange. I don't remember ever a rainstorm, una tormenta de lluvia, all day, all night, and all day. And they started looking at Noah. Noah was wet because it was raining, but he was looking over the edge of the ark, looking at it. See? I told you. But still the people didn't believe. But then, after the second day, after it rained all day, it continued raining, and it rained all night. So, in the first 2 days, it rained all day, it rained all night, it rained all day, and it rained all night. And the people were starting to get worried, thinking, será posible? Could it be that this guy, this Noah fellow, is right? And then it rained all week. It rained all week. Yeah. And by the end of the week, people's houses were flooded. The people were not dead yet. The people were alive, but they were worried. They were trying to get onto the boat with the ark, and Noah said, sorry. And then it rained all week, the second week. And at that point, the ark was floating. It wasn't on the ground, it was floating. Towards the end of hacia el final, towards the end of the second week, the ark started to float and to move. And at that time, some people were dead. Other people were swimming. Other people were in the top of trees, okay? They wanted on the ark. And then the third week, it rained all day and it rained all night for 7 days. 7 more days. It rained all week. It rained all week. After 3 weeks. It rained all week the first week. It rained all week the second week. And it rained all week the third week. All day and all night. Every day. And finally, all month. It rained all month. By the time it rained, at the end of the month, the water was above the trees. Nobody could survive. And then it rained all day and all night for another 10 days, for 40 days and 40 nights. It rained all day and it rained all night. It rained all week, it rained all month. Todo el día, toda la noche, toda la semana, todo el mes. Decimos en inglés solamente all, day, night, week, month, year. Si hubiera llovido todo el año, hubiéramos dicho sobre Noé, it rained all year. But it didn't rain all year. It rained all month plus 10 additional days. And only Noah and his family survived with the animals. Nuestros antepasados. Noé y su familia. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me, for joining us, because I'm here today with Esther. Esther, hi, thanks for coming.
Thank you, Gail. How are you?
Great, great, good to see you. Esther, we're going to practice an important verb today. The verb to, what am I doing? What am I pretending to do?
Sleeping.
I'm pretending to sleep. The verb to sleep. Every day I sleep. Yesterday I
Slept.
slept. Slept. You have that hard T. Slept.
Slept.
Right. Now not slepid. Or slept. Slept. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
One more time.
Slept.
Very good. Slept. Now, very important. A mistake that I hear all the time. If I say I slept toda la noche. What do we say?
All night long?
All night long. Or I slept all night.
All night.
All night. But we never say all the night. No. I slept all night. Last night, did you sleep all night?
Yes, I slept all night.
Ask me if I slept all night last night.
Did you sleep all night last night?
No, I didn't. I woke up. I woke up at 4 o'clock for 10 minutes, and then I went back to sleep. Mm-hmm. Do you ever stay up all night?
No, I don't stay up all night.
Okay, me neither. I never stay up all night. Do you like staying up late?
Yes, sometimes.
Sometimes?
I like to stay up all night, late.
Late, yeah. I don't like to stay up late. I like to go home and go to sleep. Yeah. Now, so, do bears sleep all winter?
Yes, bears sleep all winter.
Mm-hmm. Did they sleep all week? Let's go with an affirmative. The bears, for example. Did they sleep all week?
Yes, they slept all week.
Did they sleep all day?
Yes, they slept all day.
All day. Did they sleep all month? Yes, they slept. They slept all month. They slept all month. Month is another good word, month, because it's not mo, but un. Like Monday, month. How many Mondays are there in a month?
In a month, there are 4 Mondays.
Usually, yeah.
Yes.
There are usually 4 Mondays in a month. It's the un, right? Like money, month. Okay. Now, did you sleep in a hotel last month?
No, I didn't sleep in a hotel last night.
But did you sleep in a hotel last month?
No, I didn't sleep in a hotel last month.
Did you sleep all morning last Sunday?
No, I didn't sleep all morning last Sunday.
Did you sleep all afternoon last Sunday?
No, I didn't sleep all afternoon last Sunday.
Okay. Ask me if I slept all afternoon last Sunday.
Did you sleep all
Sleep.
Did you sleep all afternoon last Sunday?
No, I didn't. No. I didn't sleep all afternoon. So, the article the, we must omit. Okay? Be careful with that. Okay? Because it's a common error. Let's practice some pronouns, Esther. This, that, these, those. Now look at my tongue. This, that, these, those. You see how I'm sticking my tongue out? With these words, you should be able to see your tongue in the mirror. When you look in the mirror, you can go this, that, these, those, and you should be able to see your tongue. Otherwise, if your tongue goes in your mouth, up in the back, it has a D sound, which is no good. Okay? Mm-hmm. This, that, these, those. Aquellos sobres son míos.
Those envelopes are mine.
Very good. Esa historia es interesante.
That story is interesting.
Yeah, that story. That story is?
Interesting.
Nice. 3 syllables. Interesting. That story is interesting. At home? That story is interesting. Very good. Esas manzanas son malas. At home? Those apples are
bad.
Bad. Not bath, but bad. Those apples are bad. Again?
Those apples are bad.
Again?
Those apples are bad.
Those apples are bad. Again?
Those apples are bad.
Very good, very good. Aquellas son las máquinas nuevas.
Those are the new machines.
Very good, very good. Este no es el único.
This isn't the only one.
Very good. ¿Es esta mi última oportunidad?
Is this my last chance?
¿Mi única?
This is my only chance?
Is this my... no, yeah, I said última, didn't I? Is this my last
chance?
Is this my last chance? Is this my last chance? Very good. Este cuadro es tuyo.
This picture is yours.
This picture? Picture. Very good. And remember the TU sound. Chu. Picture. This picture is yours. ¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué es esto?
What's this?
What's this? What is this? Very good. Well, great job, Esther.
Thank you,
We're
Kai.
out of time. Well done. And well done to you at home. Good job. I'm going to send you back to Richard, but we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Okay, this segment is devoted to the verb to decide. To decide is to make a decision. También se dice to take a decision, pero está cayendo en desuso. To make a decision. To make a decision. Soy un tomador de decisiones. I'm a decision maker. La ciencia y arte de la toma de decisiones. Decision making process. How to make decisions. Well, when you make decisions, you decide. Sometimes it's not easy to decide. Sometimes, If I have to decide between a yellow pen and a blue pen, sometimes it's a tough decision. I don't like to make difficult decisions. And so sometimes recurro a un truco. Sometimes I resort to a trick. It's the eeny, meeny, miny, mo trick. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, make him pay $50 every day, for example. But that's not a recommendable way, really, to make decisions. If you need to decide something, you need to think about it. You need to think about it carefully before making a decision. Now, let's go to camera 1, and I'm going to use the verb to decide in the past tense. Okay. And to decide in the past tense, uno se limita a añadir una D al infinitivo. Decide, pero obliga la adición de una sílaba de más. Decided. Decided. Okay? Let's go to camera 1. Okay, last year I made plans. I took a trip, a long trip. I drove. Well, my idea was to go from Madrid, through France, through the Netherlands, into Germany, to Denmark, down to Germany again, down to Austria, into Italy, through the south of France, back into Spain, and then to Madrid. Okay, now my first plan, my first idea was to drive from Madrid to San Sebastian. That was my first, but I decided when I was driving with my family, I decided to keep driving. When I was approaching, when I was getting close to San Sebastian, I decided to keep driving. And I continued until Bordeaux. So, I decided not to stay in San Sebastian, and I decided to drive on to Bordeaux. Now, when I reached Bordeaux, we spent the night in Bordeaux. And I decided to drive from Bordeaux to Paris. Okay. Now, as we were driving to Paris, on the radio I heard that it was the final day of the Tour de France. I said, oh my God, I don't want to go to Paris on the day of the Tour de France. So I decided not to enter Paris. I decided to go around Paris and to continue to Lille. Okay? Lille is an industrial city in the east of France, near the Belgian border. Near the Belgian border. So I decided not to enter Paris. Strange decision, but it was the last day of the Tour de France, and Paris was practically closed in the center. So I decided to go around Paris and to go to Lille. Now, we spent the night in Lille, and I decided the next day to go to Amsterdam, passing through Bruges, Ghent, Brussels a little bit, Antwerp, decís Amberes aquí, Antwerp, and then Rotterdam and Amsterdam. I decided to go to Amsterdam, but I liked Bruges so much that I spent a lot of time there. And so finally I decided not to go to Amsterdam because it was too late. And I decided to spend the night in Antwerp, el Puerto de Amberes, the port of Antwerp. So I decided not to go to Amsterdam, and I decided to stay in Antwerp for the night. So the next day, I decided to go to Amsterdam, okay, and to spend the night in Amsterdam. I decided to do that. The next morning, we left Antwerp, and really, it's not very far to drive to Amsterdam. And we got to Amsterdam at about 11 o'clock in the morning, and we spent part of the day in Amsterdam. We had lunch in Amsterdam, and I decided, we could spend the night here or we could continue, all right? And I decided to continue. Instead of spending the night in Amsterdam, I decided to drive to Aachen in Germany. It wasn't very far. It was about an hour and a half, or less, an hour. So I decided to drive to Aachen. So we drove to Aachen, and I decided to stay there, no problem. Then I decided the next day I decided to go to Hamburg and to spend the night in Hamburg. But the same thing happened as the day before concerning Amsterdam. To drive from Aachen to Hamburg is very quick. And really, in Hamburg, there's so much you can see. It's very pretty, eh? Hamburg was destroyed completely in the Second World War. So Hamburg is a very new city. However, the port of Hamburg is very pretty. And so we spent a few hours. We spent about 4 hours in Hamburg. And I decided not to stay in Hamburg. I said to the family, no, let's not stay here. My wife said, you make decisions and you change them every day. I said, well, but do you disagree with my decisions? I said, no, but you change. So I decided not to stay in Hamburg. And I decided to drive to Copenhagen, which is a couple of hours. But I got in the car and zoom, and we drove. We drove to Copenhagen. And I had reservations in Copenhagen. I made reservations by telephone in a hotel in the center of Copenhagen. But when I entered, it was so difficult because of the strange streets, the small streets. I couldn't get to the hotel. I got very frustrated, so I decided to drive outside of Copenhagen and to stay in a Holiday Inn. So I decided not to stay in the hotel. I canceled the reservation because it was too difficult to get to the hotel. So I decided to go to the Holiday Inn. And I decided not to stay in the center. Okay. But the next day we went into Copenhagen. We saw it. Very nice. All right. And then I was planning to go to Sweden on the long bridge to Malmö. Or Gothenburg, no, Malmö. But I decided not to. I decided to go back to Germany. But now I need to make a decision. I don't have time. So I have decided to stop for a moment and let our sponsor have a few words with you. Okay. To continue my story from before, if you remember, I decided not to spend time in Sweden. I decided not to cross from Copenhagen to Malmö, and I decided to go back to Germany. My idea was to go to Hanover, but we got to Hanover so quickly that I decided to bypass, pasar de largo, to bypass. Pass is pasar, by is allow. I decided to bypass Hanover and to drive straight to Berlin. Okay, and it was a good decision. And in Berlin, I decided to stay in the nicest hotel, to enjoy Berlin. Decided. Okay, see you in a few minutes.
Hello everyone, my name is Layla. Today we're going to practice the verb decide in the past. And to do this, Esther is here with me. Esther, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you, Layla. How are you?
I'm doing well as well, thank you. All right, are you ready to practice?
Yes, I am.
Okay, at home, are you ready to practice? Okay, so first let's begin with the pronunciation of the verb decide. Okay, so every day I decide. Yesterday,
I decided.
Decided, exactly. Okay, so here we need the extra syllable and the D sound. Okay, can you say it just one more time for me?
I decided.
Exactly, and at home, I decided. Remember, it has the extra syllable. Okay, so here I'm just going to bombard you with questions.
Okay.
Okay, and I just want you to answer in affirmative, because this way we practice the verb in the past.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yes.
Good, okay. Did you decide to buy a bigger apartment?
Yes, I decided to buy a bigger apartment.
Okay, good. All right, at home, what did she decide to do? She decided to buy a bigger apartment. Okay, just remember decided, always with the extra syllable. Okay, did you decide to stay in Madrid in August?
Yes, I decided to stay in Madrid in August.
Good, okay. What did she decide to do? She decided to stay in Madrid in August. Okay, well done. You're doing a great job. Did you decide to study Portuguese?
Yes, I decided to study Portuguese.
Okay, good. One more time. What's the language?
Portuguese.
Good. Okay, remember at home. It's not Portuguese. It's always Portuguese. The words that have the T and the U always have a ch sound. Con alguna excepción, but almost always. Okay, so Portuguese. All right, so what did she decide to study? She decided to study Portuguese. Okay, great. Did you decide to move to another neighborhood?
Yes, I decided to move to another neighborhood.
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 Good.
Now.
Yeah, if a lot of times we have difficulty with one word. So if you have problems with one word, just say it very slowly. Separate the syllables and then say it faster. Okay, so how do you say vecindario?
Neighborhood.
Exactly. What did you decide to do?
I decided to move to another neighborhood.
Good. Okay, so to move is transferirse, mudarse. Right? So at home, what did Esther decide to do? She decided to move to another
neighborhood.
Good. Okay, great. And at home, neighborhood. Okay? Great. Did you decide to study another degree?
Yes, I decided to study another degree.
Degree. Okay, good. Otra carrera, right? Okay. So, at home, what did Esther decide to do? She decided to study another degree. Okay? Did you decide to move to the south of France?
Yes, I decided to move to the south of France.
Okay, good. Where did she decide to move? She decided to move to the south of France. Okay? Did you decide to dye your hair?
Yes, I decided to dye my hair.
Okay, so here, the verb dye, what does dye mean?
Es teñir.
Exactly. Okay, it sounds just like the other one that we won't mention, la otra palabra, which is the same, right? We don't want to talk about those things. But teñir is D-Y-E, to dye. Okay? All right, ask me if I decided to cut my hair.
Did you decide to cut your hair?
Oh, to cut my?
To cut your hair.
Okay, good. Be careful. So, hair, right? This is hair, okay? So, yes, I
decided.
Good. Yes, I decided to cut my hair. Okay? Did you decide to get your ear pierced again?
Yes, I decided to get my ear pierced again.
Okay, good. All right, so she wears earrings, so she has her ears pierced, and so she decided to get her ear pierced again, so it would be like a second one.
Yes.
Okay, so what did she decide to do? She decided to get her ear pierced again. Okay? Did you decide to throw away your old clothes?
Yes, I decided to throw away all my old clothes.
My old clothes.
My old clothes.
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 Good, okay. So just tell me one more time now with no mistakes.
Yes, I decided to throw away my old clothes.
Exactly. Okay, so throw away, what does throw away mean? It's a phrasal verb, just in case.
Es tirar.
Exactly, tirar a la basura. Okay, throw away. All right, so what did Esther decide to do? She decided to throw away her old clothes. Okay? Did you decide to buy a new coat?
Yes, I decided to buy a new coat.
Good, okay. So, what did she decide to do? She decided to buy a new coat. All right? Did you decide to stop watching TV?
Yes, I decided to stop watching TV.
Exactly. Okay, so after the verb stop, we almost always use the gerund. Okay, el gerundio después del verbo stop. So stop watching. Okay, we can't say stop to watch. We'd say stop watching. All right, so at home, what did Esther decide to do? She decided to stop watching TV. Okay? Did you decide to stop eating meat?
Yes, I decided to stop eating meat.
Exactly. Okay, so what did she decide to do? She decided to stop eating meat. Okay, that's not true, is it?
No.
No, okay. All right. Did you decide to buy a new pair of high heels?
Yes, I decided to buy a new pair of high heels.
Good, okay. High heels. What are high heels?
No.
High heels are tacones.
Ah.
Okay, high heels. All right, so one more time.
Yes, I decided to buy a new pair of high heels.
Good, okay. So what did she decide to do? She decided to buy a new pair of high heels. Well done. Fantastic.
Thank you.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for today. So goodbye, and I will see you next time.
All right. Welcome back to spend. To spend puede ser dinero. To spend money. Do you spend a lot of money? To spend también es dedicar tiempo o pasar tiempo simplemente. Let's look at spend as the passing, the using of time. On camera number 1, please. To spend. I spend a lot of time playing the guitar. I spend a lot of time playing the piano. I spend a lot of time reading magazines. I spend a lot of time reading books. I spend a lot of time teaching here. I spend a lot of time teaching on the radio. I spend a lot of time surfing the web, haciendo surf en el ciberespacio, en internet. Surf, navegar por internet en inglés is to surf the web, the World Wide Web, www. So I spend a lot of time surfing the web. I spend a lot of time managing my business. I spend a lot of time driving between places. I spend a lot of time doing a lot of things. Yeah. And here, when I'm teaching you, Maria spends time painting her nails. Yeah. Her fingernails. Yeah. She spends some time reading Pronto, 10 minutos, Hola, Semana. She likes those. She spends a lot of time painting her toenails, too. It's interesting. When I'm teaching you, she takes off her shoe and she starts parsimoniously painting her toenails. She spends a lot of time with her personal beauty. Of course, she's very beautiful. Okay, and I like that, okay? I like women who spend a lot of time on their appearance. I like that. Yeah, it's very feminine, and I like feminine women, okay? More than masculine women. I like feminine women. So she spends a lot of time doing things that I agree with. I don't necessarily agree with Hola or Semana or 10 minutos or Pronto, but she spends a lot of time doing other things that are very interesting. She spends a lot of time studying Italian. She spends a lot of time studying other things. So I think she spends a lot of time doing productive things. And taking care of her appearance, I consider productive as well. So in general, she spends a lot of time doing productive things. All right. My son spends a lot of time designing cartoons in 3 dimension. Yes, dibujos. Yeah, he spends a lot of time at the computer, working on the computer. Entonces aquí usamos gerundios. Paso mucho tiempo o dedico mucho tiempo o paso mucho tiempo pintándome las uñas. I spend a lot of time painting my nails. I spend a lot of time talking to a cold camera. I spend a lot of time preparing my classes. It's not true, really. I spend a lot of time playing with these pencils. I spend a lot of time, estoy diciendo siempre a lot of, porque se dice muchísimo a lot of. We say a lot. Okay. I spend part of my time teaching on the radio. I spend part of my time teaching on television. Teaching. I spend part of my time driving between places. I spend part of my time eating because I enjoy eating. La buena mesa. Spain has very good gastronomy, so I spend a lot of time eating. I spend a lot of time thinking about things, especially in the traffic lights, okay? When I'm driving, I spend a lot of time thinking. I don't listen to the radio because the radio distracts my thinking process. If you drive for 1 year, how many hours a year do you spend driving your car alone, when you're alone? Think about it. How many hours per year do you spend driving your car alone, by yourself? If you tell me 100 hours, okay. Some people, it's 1,000 hours. It's incredible. Some people spend an hour and a half every day going to work and going back every day, 5 days a week, 7.5 hours a week, 30 hours a month, 300 hours a year. Okay? If you don't listen to the radio, if you turn off the radio, you start thinking. And 300 hours using your brain in a different way than simply receiving information or music from the radio makes you more intelligent. Try it. All right? Spend your time thinking. Don't spend your time vegetating, listening to the opinion of other people in their tertulias, or in the news, or in the commentary on the news. The news on the Spanish radio normally includes, it's 10% news and 90% commentary. And the commentary is the opinion of another person, not your opinion necessarily. Okay? But if you turn off the radio, if you listen only to the news, then you can start forming your own opinion, and you're using the muscles in your brain, músculos in your brain, more. If you spend time thinking instead of spending time listening to the same thing all the time. All right, to spend time doing things, okay? Some people spend time watching TV. Other people spend time taking walks or doing exercise. And most people spend a lot of time working in their jobs. And a lot of people spend a lot of time traveling to and from their jobs. Some people decide to buy a house, for example, outside of the city, relatively far, maybe 10, 15 kilometers outside of the city, because the prices are better, of course. But then they spend an hour every morning going to work, and they spend 45 minutes every evening going back. So they spend an hour and 45 minutes instead of only 20 minutes going, and they spend a lot of money on gasoline. So in the end, after 20 years, it's not clear if it's more expensive to buy the house in the city or outside of the city. And also for your nerves, you get very irritated every day with so much traffic. Okay? So you need to think about these things when you make decisions. You need to think about every element. Spending time. What do you spend time doing? Do you spend a lot of time studying English? If you don't spend much time studying English, you will not learn the language. It's physically impossible to learn English if you don't study. See you in a few minutes.
Hello and welcome to Vago en Inglés 4.0. My name is, ahí está, Alberto Alonso. That's my name, and I'm your teacher, and I'm here to make sure, asegurarme, I'm here to make sure that you're studying,
So if you're not studying, we're going to have a problem. You and I are going to have a problem. That's right. Yeah, I know. I have to be a little bit strict. Tengo que ser un poco estricto. So keep studying, please. If not, I'll find you. Te encuentro. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my student who's a wonderful model student. Ladies and gentlemen, Pilar. Pilar, how are you?
It's okay. And you?
It's okay, no? I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Right, because it's okay is how is lo que sea.
Okay.
Right?
I'm
How is your
okay.
job? It's okay. How is, right, so I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Yo siempre digo, not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad. How are you? Not bad. No estoy mal. Not
Okay.
bad. So yeah, how are you? What if I say, hey, Pilar, what's up?
Not bad.
No, porque te he dicho, what's up? Not too much. Eso sí que se dice mucho. No demasiado. ¿Qué hay? No hay demasiado. que contar.
Not too much.
Not too much. Not too
Okay.
much. All right. Well, Pilar, ask me what we're going to look at today.
What are we going to look up today?
To look up or to look at?
To look at.
Okay, because look up es consultar en un diccionario. Bueno, podemos. Tenemos aquí...
Yes.
Okay, so one more time, what's your question?
What are we going to look at today?
That's right. What are we going to look at today? Today we're going to look at vocabulario. How do you say it? No la abreviatura, pero...
Okay. Vocabulary.
Okay, la segunda vez
Ay,
sigue sonando
verdad.
como V.
Yeah. Vocabulary.
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 Sí, la B y la U juntos, view.
View. Vocabulary. Okay.
Vocabulary.
Okay.
Sí, sí, cuando tienes problemas con la pronunciación de una palabra, sepáralo. Muchos tienen, how do you say febrero?
February.
Okay, ¿no? February. Si lo pones en tres sonidos, February. February. February.
February. Okay.
Pues sepáralo. Dile a tu profe, o, bueno, mí, Alberto, bueno, no hables a tu televisión, es un poco raro. Don't speak to your television. But remember, you can break it down, desglósalo en partes pequeños, especialmente palabras largas, right? Vocabulary.
Vocabulary.
¿Ahora todo junto?
Vocabulary.
La B sonó como V otra vez.
Vocabulary.
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 Okay, well, the first word is crear.
To create.
To create. To create. Every day I create content for Vaughan Radio. Yesterday,
You created.
created. Muy bien. Yesterday I created content for this course for Vaughan Radio. We created content. Okay? How do you say Egipto?
Egypt.
Egypt. Muy bien. He oído muchas veces Egypt. No. Egypt. Egypt. ¿Y una persona de egipcia?
Egyptian.
Egyptian. ¿Y la canción, sabes?
No.
¿No sabes la canción?
Well, perhaps.
Sena knows it. Walk like an Egyptian. It's a famous song from the 80s. From the 80s.
Vocab and Egyptian.
Oh, that's it.
Yes.
Walk like an Egyptian. Pues ellas saben pronunciarlo, así que escucha esa canción y lo dirás bien. Egypt, Egyptian.
Egypt, Egyptian.
Very good. Have you ever been to Egypt?
Yes, I've been to Egypt.
Okay, great, great. Ask me if I've ever been to Egypt.
Have you ever been to Egypt?
To Egypt? No, I've never been. Ask me if I'd like to go.
Would you like to go?
Wool or wood?
Good. Would you like to go?
Okay, wool es lana. Si dices
Claro.
wool, dices lana, te gusta irte, right? So one more time.
Would you like to go?
Yes, I would like to go. I would like to go. Okay, next, cordero.
Lamb.
Lamb. Do you like lamb?
Yes, I like lamb. And you?
No, la B no se pronuncia.
Lamb.
No lamb, pero lamb. La B
Okay.
es completamente silenciosa. Lamb.
Okay. Do you like lamb?
I love lamb.
Okay.
I love it. With a nice wine, excellent. Some potatoes, nice roast lamb. Roast lamb. And hay una película con esta. ¿Conoces la película? Silencio de los corderos.
Yes, but in English, no.
Silence.
Of the lamb.
Lambs, yeah. Silence of the Lambs. Es una película muy famosa. Silence of the Lambs. Ok, seguimos. En vez de, en lugar de.
Rather than.
Rather than. We can say instead of, en vez de, pero rather than. So, how do you say, prefiero nadar que esquiar.
I rather skiing. No, I rather swimming than skiing.
Okay, I'd rather ski than swim. O el
Ah,
orden
ok,
da
en
igual.
presente.
But I would, que sería I'd,
Ah, ok.
I'd rather ski than cualquier
Driving.
otro, than drive.
Than
Pero no
drive.
es driving, es ski and drive, entonces en infinitivo. I'd rather ski than drive, rather than. Ok, y 5, palillo de dientes.
Toothstick o stick tooth. O
Tooth, how do you say escoger?
pick. Toothpick.
Ahora sí.
Ok,
Okay, toothpick, toothpick.
ok.
Okay. A toothpick. We don't say little stick. Me gusta a toothstick. Eso es una mezcla entre el inglés y el palillo de dientes. Little toothstick. Palillo de dientes,
Claro.
right? In English. So toothpick.
Toothpick.
When you have meat, carne, or something like this, you should use a toothpick after you eat. A toothpick, right?
Okay.
All right. So toothpick. All right. Now we're going to look at a little bit of a lesson now. The lesson. The lesson for today is, because a lot of people say I passed a lot of time. Que pasé mucho tiempo allí. Do we say this?
No.
¿Cómo diríamos eso?
I spent.
Spend o
Spent.
y así la E delante, la S. So how do you say, pasé mucho tiempo estudiando?
I spent a lot of.
Spend.
I spent.
Muy
a
bien,
lot
¿ves?
of-
Empezando siempre con S, no con E, con S, con el serpiente.
Okay. I spent a lot of time studying.
Muy bien, y no dijiste studying.
No.
Qué crack. I spent a lot of time studying. Las S nunca tienen la E delante. No studying, no spent, pero spent studying. Spent studying. Okay, now, ¿se puede decir I spent 6 hours? ¿Se puede poner un periodo de tiempo en vez de la palabra time?
I
¿Se puede
spent.
Spent?
I spent 6 hours. I can say it.
I can say it. I'm physically capable
Yes,
of
I
saying,
can.
right?
I-
Okay, so yes, you can.
Ah,
Digo,
okay.
no quiero meter la pata. I don't want to put my foot in my mouth
Yes.
here. Okay, so how long do you spend studying per day?
I spent.
I spend
2 hours every day.
I spend 2 hours studying.
Studying every day.
I spend 2 hours studying. Do you believe her? ¿La crees? 2 hours?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Incredible.
Because I read and I listen to the radio and
Excellent.
I spent 2 hours every day.
I spend 2 hours studying every day. Okay? Ask me if I spend a lot of time preparing my classes.
Do you spend a lot of time preparing your classes?
Yeah, I spend hours preparing my classes. Time to go. See you next time. Ciao.
Okay. Another class, class 189, which means that we have only 6 classes left. Can you believe it? Only 6 classes left for me. For you, you have 195 plus another 195 plus 6 classes left. I don't know how much that is. Let's see. 200 is 400 minus 10 is 390 plus 6. You have 396 classes left. I have only 6 left because simultaneously I'm finishing the advanced and the intermediate. So I'm in a better position than you. But you are a very good student. You're learning a lot. I'm proud of the effort you're making. The other teachers are proud, orgullosos, proud of the effort you're making. And we want you to continue. It's extremely important. It's very, very important that you not lose hope. Pero la esperanza jamás. Work hard. Pagará dividendos a la larga. Y ya veréis, os lo garantizo. Un esfuerzo a largo plazo siempre paga altísimos dividendos.